Hey guys, it is 11:45 on Friday. I was right at 11:45. I could be about a minute or so early. Sitting here in the gym, as you guys see, I'm inside the gym today. I usually sitting outside, but the weather is kind of chilly today, so I decided to bring it inside. It's chilly for Florida, and I wore shorts, so I didn't want to sit outside because it's cold. So, hope everyone's having a great Friday. I'm feeling much better than I've been feeling. A little under the weather, but feeling much better today, so that's a good thing. We received a lot of positive feedback yesterday from having Ginger on the show. That was pretty cool. I didn't know some of that stuff that she shared with us. I didn't know she grew up like that. I think it's pretty amazing how people do not let circumstances dictate their future. Right? Ginger parents were 15 and 16 years old when she was born. That's pretty incredible. And then she goes on to do whatever she wants to do, exactly what she wants to do. Now she's the CFO of the #1 college in the USA, right? And I imagine she didn't talk about this yesterday, but I imagine it difficult at times, even being a woman, trying to be the CFO, right? So, man, that was pretty incredible. We received a lot of positive feedback. I'll be reaching out to other leaders in the community and stuff like that. They won't all be entrepreneurs, CEOs that you guys see, but some definitely will be. So again, thanks Ginger for taking time out of your busy schedule and helping us out. So today we're going to talk about risk, right? Leaders, they take risk, right? You do not achieve your dreams by playing it safely. You just don't. I always like to tell my people, my friends that are around me, they'll know the saying, scared money don't make no money, right? I sort of say it jokingly all the time, but it's true. I'm not a gambler or anything like that, but I just like that saying. If you're afraid to fail, no really big chance of having success. We can see that in pretty much any walk of life, even if we think about sort of safe careers, not entrepreneurs. If we think about someone that's a physician, right? They have to take that chance of going to undergrad, going to graduate school, going through residency, right? They're taking a chance that they're going to pass all these tests. And they're also taking a chance that they're going to be able to make that money back, and then hopefully it leads them to where they want to. It's possible that they could finish school and not be able to find a good paying job and pay back all those big time loans they have and stuff like that, right? But more often than not, it's people that want to start their own businesses, right? People that want to leave their job for another job. That's the more day-to-day stuff. The crazy thing is most people know exactly what they want to do, but they aren't doing it, right? That blows my mind that most people know exactly what they want to do and they are not doing it at this time, or they aren't even working towards it, right? It's easy to throw out the excuse, I have this and that, or all this stuff. Everyone has this and that and all that other stuff. You have to start working your plan to achieve your goals, your dreams. No one's going to do it for you, right? There's really no excuse why you do not start working towards it, right? Besides you're afraid of failing, right? That's not a big deal. I think that's because it's much easier to sort of keep the status quo, keep quiet, rather than make a change, right? That's much easier to just go with what everyone's doing. No one's going to notice. You're not going to stand out, which is just not the way that you're going to get to where you want to go, right? I like to use myself for example. It could have been easy for me to stay in my career before I had this, keep moving along, work my way up the corporate ladder, and just been safe. But I would have been miserable in turn. My wife would have been miserable. My kids would have been miserable. People around me would have been miserable. We all know those people that anytime you bring up their job, they absolutely despise it, right? They despise it, they hate it. And of course, we know that the people around them can feel that too, right? Most people know when you don't like something, when you're negative about something, when you don't want to be at a job, people know you don't want to be there. Your boss knows that you don't want to be there, right? Your coworkers know that you really don't like it. A lot of times there's a group of people that sort of get into this habit and they just cause that type of negativity to always be around. I think that we as leaders and entrepreneurs and bosses have to do a better job at honestly getting rid of those people to create the, sort of the perfect environment. I was talking with some friends yesterday, and they're talking about how they actually had to fire, we like to say fire clients, right? These are people that are paying us, but we're getting rid of them, right? They aren't fitting into the mold that we have set out for our business, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. They just aren't a good fit. And that's okay. And they probably, maybe they don't want to be a good fit. Maybe they want to do their thing, how they want to do it, when they want to do it. And that's totally fine. But specifically as a leader of my business, I have to make sure that everything's running smoothly the way that I want it to run, right? I took all the risks to start this business. All the success and failures lies on me, well, me and my wife, right? So we've done everything. So the business had to be set up the way that we want it. If someone comes in and they really can't fall into line, you have to get rid of them, right? They're going to make your job miserable. They're going to make other people around you miserable, and it's just going to devalue your product, right? So as leaders, we have to start stepping up more, stop trying to be so nice and polite all the time, right? There's nothing wrong with that, with being nice and stuff, but you have to know how to be a leader and, stand up and take those sort of difficult stances at times. It's not always easy and stuff like that, but for the long term, it's better. I always say I would rather grow my business to where I want it slowly and surely and have it the exact way that we plan for it to be, rather than trying to grow it very, very fast just to say that I got to a certain point, right? So sort of back to why people are afraid to take risk. I think that one reason is that I think that we as people, we overthink what could go wrong, right? I think we overthink that, like what could go wrong. And I don't think that most people really consciously sit down and think about what's the worst that could happen. Because I think that people over-exaggerate what's going to happen if something goes wrong. Let's say you set out to start this company and 6 months later it's really like it's not working, right? It's not working. You don't know what's going on. It's not making a lot of money. You are going to do your best to figure it out, right? You're going to reach out to people. That's going to, it's a great place to have your back up against the wall, right? Because that's going to make you really think, really use your resources you have available and stuff like that. But I think too often people are just, the first step is they're afraid what could happen. Then they over-exaggerate and say, well, if I do fail, the sky's going to fall, the sun's not going to come up in the morning and that type of stuff right there. And let's say that you do this, you go out on this venture and then everything does go horrible as you overplay in your head, as you over-exaggerate in your head, right? I don't think that people give themselves enough credit, right, that they'll be able to figure it out, right? You better figure it out. That's human nature. Like, you better figure it out. I don't always know what's the next step for my business is going to be. I don't know where I'm going to be 5 years from now. I've had this conversation with numerous people. I am not leaving my gym or anything like that, but I don't know what I'm going to be doing 5 years from now, 10 years from now. As we know, I want to be a entrepreneur. I want to be a businessman like those guys from, Shark Tank and stuff like that. Like, that's my dream. So to say that I'll be, I'll probably own the gym, but will I be here day to day like I am? I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. but I'm not afraid of that. I'm not opposed to doing other things to realize my dreams and stuff like that. Honey, he's back here. Sorry, he's right back here. It's Christina looking for Judah. Um, so, but there's nothing wrong with having big dreams, and just going after it, right? Failure is not gonna kill you. It's not gonna crush you. If you really want something, go after it. At least you have one person on your side. I'll be on your side. I'll help you through it. I'll help you through the nights when it's really hard. You're terrified. You don't know what's going on. If someone tell you that they know, or they act like they always know what's going on, everything is always good. I talk to business owners at times. They always say everything is going great. But hey, how's it going? It's going great. That's a lie. That's a lie. I think too often, again, people think that just because something is going well financially, everything is going great. There's so much more to being an entrepreneur and having a business than money, than finances, right? Personal life, just your attitude and stuff day to day, that type of stuff. If you're always stressed out, that type of stuff, that's not a great quality of life. I think that people sort of forget that when you open a business, regardless of what business you're in, unless you're opening a non-profit, even those can get tricky at times, you're opening a business to make money, right? So if you open a business to make money, regardless of what you're doing, you want to make money at the end of the day. And I see a lot of gym owners, I like to use my industry for example, they sort of forget that, because this is a very relationship-oriented business. They forget that, and then they'll have a ton of members, but they don't make any money, right? That sort of defeats one of the purposes of opening up a business. You'll have time to to volunteer and do charity work when you retire, when you've made a couple $1 million, when you can successfully take care of your family, right? While you're building your career, while you're working hard day to day, that's not the time to do charity work. A lot of people may disagree with that, but there's time to do charity work, and then there's time to grind and have great profit margins, right? And that's one thing that I don't I don't shy away from that with my members here. Obviously, we don't talk about finances, but like if I have someone come in asking for a discount, like we don't do any discounts across the board, right? No one gets a discount. It just makes it easier, right? It's better. Everyone's on the same page. I'm giving everyone the exact same quality of service. I want it to be through the roof every single time. So regardless of the decisions they made, right, whatever decision they made, where you may get discounts from other places, we don't do that here, So, and there's nothing wrong with that. So my question for you guys is, right, I want you guys to really think about this over the weekend. Oh, hold on, let me see. I see a good comment here. Shannon said, you know what else is a lie? That's saying that if you love what you do, you'll never work a day in your life. Nope, that's not true. I agree with that. I love what I do. I absolutely love it. I love the flexibility that I have now. I love the way that my business is providing for me now, on a personal level, on a financial level, on a relationship level, every kind of way. But it always was not that way. There's still days, and my staff, they'll know, there's still days I'm stressed out, super tired. So you're going to work. Even if you love what you do, you are going to work. You may enjoy what you're doing, and which I think, obviously, we definitely get what people say when they're saying that. You don't want to be one of those people, like we talked about earlier, that just absolutely hates their job, makes everyone miserable, complains about it every day, but they won't leave their job to find another job that can make their lives better. But I get what they're saying, but you're going to work, though. You are going to work very, very, very hard to be successful, right? Very hard. So, yeah, that is a lot, Shannon. So my question for you guys that I really, really want you to think about over the weekend, right? I want you guys to think about this. My best friend gave me like a little metal placard thing. I don't know who said this, but if you knew that failure was not an option, what would you do, right? And I want you guys to think about it in the time frame of 6 to 12 months, right? If you knew that failure was not an option, what would you be doing in 6 or 12 months from now, right? Don't think about anything else except that failure is not an option. Doesn't mean you're not going to work your butt off. Doesn't mean that you may have to work 16-hour days for the next 12 months to get there. But what if failure was not an option? What would you be doing, right? I want some of you guys to email me that, right? I want some of you guys to email me that. I want to start some dialogue going back and forth. Or you can post it on here Monday if you're watching, but even if you're not, I want you guys to email me that. My email is Sherman, SHERMAN, at Dynasty, DYNASTY, CrossFit, CROSSFIT.com. That's Sherman at DynastyCrossFit.com. Some of you guys email me that before Monday. I want to know what you guys are thinking. And I'll respond. I'll share what I'm going to be doing in 6 to 12 months. Because failure is not an option for me. I am going to get it. And Shannon, she put it in the link for me. Sherman at DynastyCrossFit.com. So if you knew failure was not an option, you could not fail, what would you be doing in 6 to 12 months? All right? That's all I have for today, guys. Everyone have a great weekend. I'll see you guys Monday. And remember, tell a friend to tune in Monday through Friday at 11:45. We're getting ready to be out. Judah's here. He want to say hello. Say hello. All right. See you guys later.